We have with us North Central College, the 2024 champions of Division III football in the Amos Alonzo Stagg Bowl. This was Amos Alonzo Stagg Bowl number 51, and I believe the third title for the Cardinals. We have with us head coach Brad Spencer, and he is flanked by defensive back Rahmareon Roby, wide receiver Jacob Paradee, quarterback Luke Lehnen, and linebacker BJ Adamchik. Coach, we'll open with comments from you about today's game, please.
Thank you. First, thanks for having us and giving us the opportunity to, showcase Division III football in North Central College. I'm extremely humbled and proud to be in this position, and just even more proud of these seniors, 38 of them. What they've done for North Central College, they came in 2020 or 2021 after one national title, and we're believing in our culture, what we were trying to become, what we'd shown once, but it took a lot of trust and belief in them, and then they went to work. They've done it. As coaches, we just put good plans in place, put guys in positions to succeed, but then they do it. But it's just a unique group. This is my 21st year coaching, and I told these guys week after week in the playoffs that it's rare to see a group continue to get better through, essentially 20-ish weeks of football, and they continue to have more focus, they continue to have better practices, they continue to be more locked in, and that's a hard thing to do when you go 17 weeks in a row. Our bye week was week 1. It's just an impressive group. They're going to go out and be really successful in the world. We're going to miss them, but I'll worry about that tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go ahead and crack it open to questions. We do have a wireless microphone being handled by Lester back there. We'll start up here in the front with Peter Warren from the Houston Chronicle. Even though I introduced yourself, but please introduce yourself. We'll go with a 2-question max to start off with, and then we'll circle back, but we'll make sure we get everybody covered. Go ahead.
Thanks, Peter Warren, Houston Chronicle. This is for Brad and anybody else who wants to comment. How did it feel to trail for the first time this season in the first quarter?
Yeah, when that happened, kind of smirked and said, well, this is the first this year. But, we were prepared. The guys you saw handled it really, really well, and we felt going into half that we had some opportunities that we maybe didn't capitalize in the first half, and we needed to just tighten the screws a little bit, get a little bit more discipline, do a better job as coaches as well. So I don't think anybody batted an eye. The demeanor on the sideline did not change. It was exactly the same, and we talk about falling back on your training. So we train every single week for this, regardless of opponent, regardless of situation or game. We train the same way. So I think the guys just did exactly what they've been taught to do, which is fall back on your training, rely on each other, play with great discipline, technique, pad level, and it took a few plays, but we got to it, and that's a credit to them. It's a credit to their belief in their teammates.
Anybody else?
I'll say that we knew the defense was from an offensive perspective. We knew the defense was going to get stops for us. That turnover in the first quarter is not something that usually happens to us, but I thought the entire offense responded well. And then defense after that first drive, they had a bunch of huge first half stops in the red zone. I think Mount Union got in there like 2, maybe 3 times in the red zone and couldn't produce points. So huge shout out to our defense for that. But yeah, I thought our offense responded well after that first turnover, and we were able to get back to doing our thing.
Yeah, on the defense, Rahmareon and BJ, talk about that red zone efficiency. You stopped them 3 out of 4 times in between second and third quarter.
That's just something we preach, just being good at situational football. And this year we've been amazing in the red zone, and we knew once we got them there that's where we live. So, we're just going to attack them like we did everyone all single year. So we love each other more, and when it comes down to the red zone, your back's against the wall, that's when you really need that love for each other, and I feel like that's where it shows the most on our defense.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th down, and then red zone is, some of the most important in football. So if you're able, bend don't break, they get down there. The first 80 yards, 75 yards are one thing, but the playbook gets a lot smaller, and 4-4 turns into 4-7 because you can't open up and run as fast. So if you can hold in the red zone and play the best defense, then the game's going to work out pretty well.
Okay, down here front.
I'm Keith McMillan from D3Football.com. I'll continue with the defensive theme. Can you give us a feel for? It felt like the offense didn't have the ball a whole lot in the first half, and you felt like it was probably going to get rolling at some point in the second half. Did you feel like those red zone stops were keeping the game close, keeping Mount Union from getting on top and keeping you guys in the game?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, definitely. I kind of felt it. They did not have the ball that much just because Mount Union was putting together some really long drives. But with that said, I mean, we were able to, like I said, bend not break and hold strong in the red zone and keep the game close, which allowed them, once we were able to get them the ball back, to start rolling.
And yeah, I'll just add on, it's demoralizing when you drive the whole field and you get to the red zone, you can't even score. And I feel like we just took the life out of them when we did that over and over and over. And when you got the best offense in the country, best quarterback in the country, it's easy to, get those stops, and your offense is going to score every single time. So
You didn't get a chance to showcase the best quarterback in the country, because the offensive rhythm wasn't necessarily there the whole game. Sometimes there was quick touchdowns, like the big run by Charles Coleman. You get to the point at the end of the game. This is for both Brad, Luke, but for really all of you guys. Did you know the all divisions touchdown record was the passing record was on the line, and you're throwing the ball at that point?
We just
Right.
needed to score. I'll comment on that. When you sit back and you look at what Luke has accomplished with his teammates, it's pretty remarkable how many all divisions, all-time records he has. I think in a lot of ways it probably flies under the radar just a little bit. I think because we have just so many great things going on our football team, it's not just one quarterback on an average team throwing 1 million touchdowns. He's one part of the entire equation. He's super humble about it, and our philosophy with our guys is the individual awards are team awards, and so I know I'm super excited for guys whenever they get individual awards, and I of course think they should all win a lot of awards, but I tell the guys, look at last year. We had more All-Americans than we've ever had, and when the result ends up how it is, those things don't really matter. It's a team game, and we emphasize playing as a team, playing as 3 units. So we just kind of go about our business when we get those awards. If we don't get them, then we just keep going about our business, worrying about our controllables. There's so many things in football, and in life that are just totally out of your control, and that's one of them. So there's no reason to get upset about it or feel sorry about it. We'll let all you guys and all the fans on social media talk about it and defend us or attack people. We're just going to keep playing football and be thankful that there's folks like you, Keith, and D3 and the NCAA committee putting these great events on so that we can play and showcase and be on ESPN. That's our job. If we didn't have D3 football, or we didn't have the All-American list, then what would we have? So you got to have those things, and you guys have opinions. You have a right to those opinions. We're just thankful to be playing, but when you step back and you look at what Luke's done, it's absolutely remarkable. We knew he was close to those records, but honestly, we're just calling the best play